Hi, and welcome back to winemastery.co.uk. My name's John Lightfoot. This is
John Murphy.
And we're here to tell you about wine, hopefully help you find the wine, if not the wines that you will absolutely adore. The right wine for the right time and the right place. And in this episode, to which there are several parts, we're looking at wines that are sub £6.50. See if we can find any for you that are really good bargains, really nice. We've already kicked off with one, which was very nice, a Blanc de Blancs from Aldi. Really nice sparkling wine. For this one, I'm going to try a wine that I had when I was, it must have been 40 years ago in Greece.
You're not over 40. Stop that, John. Go on, what was it called?
Retsina.
Oh, yes.
Okay, it's a style of wine. So there's more than one label that do it, but style of wine. And they actually sort of add resin from a tree, a bark, and to the grapes when they're producing this. So it's got its own distinctive taste. Now, the one I remember tasting, which was, I have to say, it was when I was younger, so I couldn't really afford to spend a lot. So I was buying really cheap bottles, and it was in Greece, or I think Corfu at the time, and I really didn't like it. So it was with some trepidation that I bought this bottle. This bottle, you can get this, is here on John's right, on your left. I bought this bottle from Sainsburys. I think it's $5.75.
Okay.
So, it's not expensive, but I seem to remember it having a distinctive taste that I didn't like. But, let's be open, and it's always good to refresh things because things change, your taste buds change, and see what we think of it now. And you've not tasted this before.
I've not tasted. I've heard of this because it's quite a famous wine, and occasionally we do have folk coming. But I've heard tale as well that it's not the best wine. When people come in, they say it's not the best they've tasted, or it's a bit harsh or whatever. So I do know of the wine, but it's not something I've actually gone out and thought I'll have some of that, because of the reviews I've ever heard. It's not something I've really, but I mean, in the interest of seeing, because who knows, we're all different, so it could be delicious. Yeah,
absolutely. Everyone's palate is their own palate, and so even if when we taste it, don't like it, doesn't mean to say you're not going to like it. And even because your customers have said they didn't like it, doesn't mean to say you're not going to.
Of course not. No, we say this all the time. It's very subjective. So, but I am very intrigued to try this wine. I've heard a lot about it. So, shall we have a go, John?
Let's have a go. Well, on the colour, it's very, very like a Chardonnay colour, I'd say.
I would share you. I'm with you. A good kind of oak Chardonnay. It has that very, but it's more kind of, it's straw colour, but a nice kind of deep, rich, yellowy, gold, buttery.
Yeah.
And the green is in there. I can see green in there as well.
Yeah.
So it should be quite interesting. Let's have a go on told a nose.
Okay.
Because never seen oak, this has it.
Not that I know of, no. Well, I suppose unless they've used resin from oak.
Possibly.
I doubt whether in Greece they would use.
Let's have a go.
I think they have oak. Now that's pretty distinctive, isn't it?
It's distinctive, isn't it? I'm quite giddy about this. I love about it, so it should be.
That's not. To be honest, it's not a nose that really warms me to it. It's not giving me the.
I'm not thinking, crikey, I want to try that straight away. But on the other side of the coin as well, I'm thinking, I do want to try it. It's not.
Where I'm at is I'm thinking, well, that smells like the smell I remember. Is it going to taste like I remember? So almost I don't want to taste it.
Well, we do. We all have that kind of alcohol, don't we, as youngsters, that we all try, and we perhaps sometimes overdo it, and you always have that kind of thing in the back of your mind. Sometimes you can smell it and think, oh, it's not for me. It reminds you of those days when you did overdo it. But so for me, I'm not getting that. I'm just getting a very odd. I can't even put my finger. It smells like pretzels or something burnt.
Pretzels.
Yeah, those little salty like snack. Yeah,
I know what pretzels.
Just checking. I didn't know if there would be around in the order. But no,
they were around in the 1890s in New York.
Oh, were they? Okay.
In Germany, actually, weren't they? Kicked off in Germany.
I don't know. I have no idea, but it's an unusual smell. It's very difficult to put my finger on. So this must be, as you're talking, the resin. It's got to be, because that's the only difference.
It couldn't be anything else. It's not fruit or.
No. From the colour, I almost thought I know what that's going to smell like. But it's completely not what I thought it'd smell like. No. Should we have a little taste?
Let's have a little taste, shall we?
Good luck.
Well, one thing it does benefit from is it reminds me of the young lady I was in Corfu with. Well, it is different, isn't it? And I would say that is a taste. It's a Marmite taste to me. It's either one you're going to love or you're going to hate. It's an interesting taste.
It's I'm finding it very difficult to describe it without
being negative. Or sounding negative.
Yeah, without it sounding negative, because for me, I'm getting nothing from that. It's
Well, you're getting taste.
I wish I wasn't. It's not.
Yeah, I think obviously what you're used to and what you like is complex wine, so you can taste all the different tastes in it. This is very much about the resin, and it begins and finishes. That's it, isn't it?
Right.
There's no sort of complexity. It's very. What's the word you use?
One-dimensional.
One-dimensional.
Yeah.
That's it. Just like the pop group. Yeah.
How did you know that? No, it's I'm struggling. It's not necessarily for me. It's a very unique flavour. I said it must be that pine or the resin is saying, but this is a very piney flavour. It's still only 12% alcohol.
Is it?
It's only 12, so I'd have thought that I would have had, and with the colour on there, I'd have thought that'd have been a little bit sweeter. And from stories I've heard about Retsina, I'd have thought that I thought it was a sweetish wine, so I don't think I was ready for that. Again, not that it matters. No, it's not for me. I don't know where that would fit on the wine spectrum. Where would it fit?
Where would it fit?
Yeah,
it's unique. I don't think it fits anywhere, does it?
No,
it is unique.
no. It's
I guess the other thing that's to be said is that this, I guess, would be very much for pairing with Greek food, and again, that those combination of tastes could, of course, take this to a different level.
Of course, yeah. I didn't even think about that, John. You're right. They could completely change that. It could be a completely different wine, as we've seen ourselves when drinking wine, and also. We've got to remember, and we've said this before, that we're in a very cold cellar right now, middle of February, and this isn't really floating my boat as such. Whereas if you were in Greece, it's beautiful and sunny, and you've got the food and you've relaxed and all that, perhaps it would take a little edge off that. I
mean, I could, and it may well be a sort of wine for pairing. So, I could imagine with some of the dishes in Greece, it's like they do sort of the marinated lamb and stuff like that. I can make those sort of strong tastes that, I can imagine this washing it down quite nicely. And then probably the combination of the taste this may well be different.
I'm going to say maybe on that. I don't know. I'd like to think, it probably does, but I don't, personally, I wouldn't take the chance. I've now met Retsina.
Yeah. And
I was pleased that I've tried it. But it's not one for me.
I'm proud of you for trying
Thank you very much. I'm proud of you after the history that went with Retsina. But at least it reminds you of that lovely young lady.
And it's not to say that actually, because Greek wine there's some beautiful Greek wines out, so they're there, and in actual fact, their history goes back thousands and thousands of years.
Yep.
Some of the oldest wines produced were from Greece. So and we've tasted Santorini wine. Do you remember we had that kindly sent to us?
Yep.
And that was like really top flight. So if you do, or you have in the past, like me, been sort of your view of Greek wine has been coloured by tasting this. This is a very particular part of their range, and don't consider, don't let this colour your view of the rest of them.
No, this isn't a reflection on all Greek wines at all. This is, as you've said, very, very unique.
Yes, and it is, but I'm glad I've tried it again. Well, sort of.
I'm kind of done trying.
Okay. Well, in which case, guys,
Sorry,
that's all right. We'll move on. So we look forward to seeing you next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click the little bell below, and that will let you know whenever we produce any more videos that are released. Until that one, hopefully when we'll be talking a little bit more positively about wine. Not that there's anything wrong with this. As I said, it could be your taste. We'll see you there.
Chin chin.
Chin chin.